Welcome back guys, Chase Ark here. Today I'm going to talk about UK bonds price fall. You're gonna see how markets can react to cutting taxes and debt. Let's start from the beginning. March 3rd, 2021. Boris Johnson was the UK Prime Minister and that day was announced a rise in corporate tax from 19% to 25%. This rise will come into effect in April 2023. When a country raises taxes, that country will have more money to pay off debts and to spend for whatever for the benefit of the country itself. July 7th, 2022. Boris Johnson resigned as Prime Minister, so it was time for a new Prime Minister in the UK. September 6th, 2022. Truss became the new Prime Minister, a new beginning for the UK, but markets were not positive about the country from the beginning of the year. A weaker pound compared to the US dollar and a lower 10 years UK bond price. When a bond price falls, its yield rises. As you can see, the bond yield was higher than before. It was time to do something, to give positive feedback to the markets. September 23, 2022, Truss and her finance minister announced a cancellation of the planned corporate tax rise and a general tax cut. When a government cuts taxes, it has two possibilities to sustain countries' expenses: cut expenses or borrow money. Let's see how markets reacted to this announcement. The pound collapsed and the same fate had the 10 years UK bond price. This led to a higher bond yield. The announcement scared the markets. When an investor buys a bond, he wants to buy a bond of a country that probably will not default. If investors think that a country is more likely to default, then they will be willing to pay a lower price for that bond of that country. When I think about the currency, I think that a currency is like a share of a public company, but in this case, the public company is a country. I can see a pound like a share, and I can see the UK like a public company. Owning a pound is like owning a share of the UK. Investors got scared after the announcement, and just like what happens for stocks, when they got scared, the pound fell. So, after all this tragedy, what happened next? Truss decided for a U-turn on tax decision, so taxes will increase as planned before, and in October 20, 2022, she resigned. Stories like this can teach us a lot of things about market reactions and how important are political decisions. What do you think about this story? Let me know in a comment. Thank you for watching guys, subscribe to this channel, leave a like and a comment. See you next time.